my name is Stephanie Yin, and welcome to our new Best Move of the Month series. Much like our mistake videos, in this series, we will bring you the 10 best moves of each month that I discovered in my student games, including 30 to 20 Kyu Players, 19 to 10 Kyu Players, 9 to 1 Kyu Players, 1 to 4 done players, and then we add 2 more for 5 to 7 done players. Without further ado, let's begin with the best moves of January 2019, starting with 30 to 20 Kyu moves. And the first move is effectively enclosing territory. And here is the example. So in the actual game, black just extended here and tried to destroy all the territory in the corner. So if we just simply block here, that doesn't work, right? Because now black can Atari on the top, this stone only has 1 liberty left. So even though you keep running, it won't help you to connect. So we can't just simply block. So what white did in the actual game is white played a Kosumi first. And now probably you have the same question. Can black still keep extending? The question is yes, black can keep extending. The blocking here still doesn't work because there's Atari on the top. So you might have another question again. What if white keep extending and black keep extending on the bottom, and then all the territory on the first line and the second line is gone? So there's no point here. Is that the best way for white to protect the territory? And the answer is no, because white actually has a better move after the Kosumi. So now when black extend here, instead of extend, white now can play the 1 space jump. So that means you are 1 step ahead of a black. So if black keep extending, now instead of you connect on the top, you're gonna block here. And then you can enclose all the territory in the corner. So black now needs to attach here, and white Ataris, and black connects back, and now white can connect back. So the solution between this variation and the variation of this is actually white gets 4 more points in the corner, right here. So now let's look at the second best move. The next best move is the correct direction of attack. And now let's look at that move. So let's look at the whole board first. Black gets the territory here and some influence on the bottom. And white has the 2 corners here and plus a corner over here. But white has a weaker group on the side. So now it's black to play. So the question for black is, where should you attack the 2 stones? So now we have 2 directions. We can attack from the top, or we can attack from the right side. So where is the correct move then? Which is here. So this move is kind of like a cap, but it's a slight cap. So attacking from this side is the correct direction, because after we have more moves here, attacking white and push white to your stronger side, you have the enclosure move with the 2 space extension on the side. It's a pretty strong shape. So after we add some more stones in the center, and then when we come back to jump here, and then we will see black has a lot of more influence and bigger potential in the center. So if we don't cap there, let's say if we attack from the top, and then if white play the 1 space jump here towards the 9th move, and if we keep attacking like this, and now we can see the influence on the top is smaller than the bottom and the center. But more importantly, after we push from the top, we have some weaknesses here. There's a cutting point. So that means we actually need extra stone to connect these 2 stones, which is 3 stones on the bottom. So now then white will have the sente to limit your potential. Alright, so now let's look at the next move. The first best move by 19 to 10 Kyu player is a Tatsuji of getting ahead. And here is an example. So after we analyze the whole board, and then we notice that white is creating a big moil here. So what black needs to do is black needs to find out the way to break through here, and by using the weakness of the cutting point. So if we just cut directly, it doesn't work because white can just simply ladder the 2 stones. So somehow we have to take advantage of the weakness here and break through. So in the actual game, black played a 1 space jump here, and this is also a ladder breaker. So if there are more stones here, the cutting point would work for black. And then if white just simply fix the weakness, and now it's very easy for black to push through. Here, and now we can see all of the potentials here is gone. So in the actual game, black tried to block here and try to prevent black enter from this direction. And the next move actually is the vital point for this shape. So the cutting point is still not working. White can still use the ladder and kill the black group here. So what black did is black played the vital point in the square, which is the peep. So in the actual game, white played a tiger's mouth here, and now black can make a tiger's mouth that's a perfect shape to break through, and black doesn't have to worry about the cutting point here anymore. At the same time, black can still attack this white group. Alright, so now let's look at the second best move for 19 to 10 Kyu players. The second best move by 19 to 10 Kyu player is the right timing of being aggressive. And here is an example. So let's analyze the board first. Black has some potential and territory on the bottom, and a huge potential on the top. So white is pretty much territory style in this game. So white get very solid territory on 4 sides. In the corner, the 2 corners here, and the bottom corner here, and a small territory here. So now it's black to play. So the question is, how is black able to transfer the potential or influence here into a territory in order to win this game? Because when we just have this little territory, we're not able to win this game. So in the actual game, black played very aggressively, which is kicked here. So what black is trying to do is, if white tries to extend here, there's a ko. So black can kick one more time, and now, so if we wedge here directly, that doesn't work. So white can Atari, black can connect, and when white connects here, the cutting point on the side doesn't work. Just white can Atari here, so this stone is dead. But after the 2 kicks, kick first and kick second, and now after we wedge here, when white Atari on the top, we can start a ko, and black have perfect ko thread on the bottom right corner, which is push. So if white take the ko and the ko here, and now after black kill the entire corner, not only black didn't lose anything on the top, but also black get a huge corner. So white actually had around 10 points. So after the ko threats here, black destroyed 10 points from white, and then black get around 20 points. So the worth of the ko threat here is more than 30 points. But more importantly, black didn't lose anything, only lose this tiny thing by losing the ko here. So white won't satisfy with this variation. So after a kick in the actual game, white played another Tatsuji to avoid the ko.
So the purpose, the idea of this move is black is going to sacrifice the stone over here and hane around so that black will get a sente and come back to fix the weakness and keep expanding the moyo and the potential in the center. Alright, so now let's look at the best move for 9 to 1 Kyu players. The first best move by 9 to 1 Kyu player is a perfect counter attack move. And here is an example. So in this game, black and white are fighting on the left here. So what white wants to do is white wants to play the sente here as shoulder hit, and then white can connect on the top. So that's very common variation to respond shoulder hit. And black Ataris, white Ataris, black extend, and white connects. So if this would happen, then a white will not only connect the weaker group on the left, but also white now expand the moyo in the center. So of course, black doesn't want to see this happen. Then after white played the shoulder hit here. So now we can look at the corner. It's a live shape because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight 5 is a live shape, but white didn't see black has a sente by making tiger's mouth here. So if white still connect on the top, and now since the cutting point is already fixed, and then black is able to hane to the corner, then the bent 5, the straight 5 is not there anymore. The biggest eye space white can make is called the pyramid 4, which is that shape, like this. Okay, so after black played a tiger's mouth, white must play another move to fix the corner. And then after this exchange move, now you can see white is no longer be able to push down, because black already have another tiger's mouth here. So in the actual game, black jumped out and cut through in the middle. And in the later game, this group was turned out very badly, because this side is very strong, and then everything on the bottom is already alive. So this group eventually be alive, but all of the moyo and the potential here is gone. So that's it, and then let's look at the next best move. The next best move is one of the many benefits of doing your life and death problems. And here's the example. So in the actual game, black played, this is a Chinese opening, and white approached. Black one space jump, and white jump to the corner directly, which is the new version of Joseki for the Chinese opening. And after hanes, and white gets a sente and a slide on the side. And of course, black needs to block on the top and extend, black and connect here. And now white has a clamp on the outside, which is sente. So black needs to prevent white connected on the bottom. And now this is the last move. So white decided to extend on the side. So black, before white tanuki from the corner, white was thinking the corner looks alive, but it's not 100% alive. It's a ko. This is what white thinks. But when white chose this move, but actually the corner is clean dead. So I'm gonna show you what happened in the actual game. So black hane first, then white needs to block. And now black pushes here, white connects, and then black take the vital point, and white is trying to make eyes, and black of course needs to destroy the eye here in order to kill. So black played here, and a white captures to get more liberties,
And now, since black has a stone on the side, now black is able to connect it on the top. So after they finished the game, I asked white and said, why do you think it's a ko? So white was thinking when white throws in here, black needs to capture. And then white blocks here, and then black Ataris. And both black and white are fighting for the ko here. So in the opening, black doesn't have any big ko threat. So black has to do something like this, and then take the ko back. So white thinks the ko is big, the corner has a lot of territory, has a lot of points, but it's still worth to play 2 moves to kill that corner. So that looks is a fair trade between black and white. But what white missed is after white throws in here, black has a very good move, the Tatsuji, which is the attachment. It looks like this is the wrong move, right? Because there's Atari here. How is it going to be a correct move to kill that group? And now black captured the stone, and white recapture, and then black recapture again. Now the corner becomes to, what is that shape? Do you guys know it? That's called bent four in the corner, which is that shape. So this is what happened, and black already. So black eventually won this game is because in the beginning, black has a huge lead. So there's no chance for white to catch up later. All right, so this is the best move. Now let's look at the next one. The first best move by 1 to 4 down player is sacrificing technique. Here is the example. So let's do an analysis first on the board. Black has a huge territory on the upper right corner, and also black killed this white group here. But what white has is only the territory here and a small corner here. But since white cut through here, white has a chance to attack either group on the top or the group on the bottom. So this is pretty much the last fight on the board. If black is able to deal with the 2 groups and make them settled, and black of course is going to win because black is leading in territory a lot. But the ladder now doesn't work, right? So if black goes here and white can Atari, and the reverse ladder doesn't work in this situation. So in the actual game, white was thinking, okay, this is my last chance, so I have to kill one of the groups in order to win. But what white didn't see is black has a very good move to sacrifice these 2 stones and make the 2 groups connected, which is the net here. Alright, so when we look at the net, obviously there's a cut, right? But does the cut work? No, the answer is no. White cannot cut because now black is able to Atari on the top, and now the reverse ladder will work for black. So white needs to have that air on the board, that liberty on the board. So in the actual game, white pushed here, and black blocked on the top, and still white cannot push here. It's a capture. That would be the same thing. White needs to have that liberty on the board. So white bent here, and then black now connected. And white pushed it again, black blocked, and white Atari'd, and black connects. And now white only has the 2 liberties, and black has the 2 liberties. So white needs to play another move to kill these 2 stones. But since blacks have a 1 space jump here before, and now black is able to net the stone, and everything now is connected. So the game, eventually black won this game, is because of this awesome move here. Alright, so now let's look at the next best move. The next best move by 1 to 4 down player is a good timing to punish impulsive move. Here is an example. So in the actual game, black needs to make the corner alive. And black doesn't want to just hane here and then connect. And now white has a sente on the first line. So what black was thinking in the actual game is black wants to play this sente first and get more points. And since there's a cutting point here, black was hoping white to connect first and then come back here to expand the eye space. So if black could make this exchange move, not only black get 2 points here, but also reduce 2 points from white. But in the actual game, black didn't realize the impulsive move here gives him a lot of trouble, the big trouble. So instead of connecting here, white played attachment move here, and in order to look for the throw in here to make a snapback. And if black connects here, and now instead of connecting, white will hane from the top, from the left, and reduce the eye space. And now you can see the whole corner is already dead. It doesn't have enough eye space for black to live. So black realized after white played an attachment move here, so black cannot connect, and black can hane here and connect either because there's a snapback here. So black was thinking, how can I make this group alive then? And then black played Atari here. So if white respond on the top, or no matter where white responds here, and now when black hane and connect, the throw-in doesn't work anymore because black can capture the other stone. But white is smart too. White knows they can Atari on the top. The throw-in doesn't work. So white played a hane. Black blocks and white connects. So the throwing move is still there, and at the same time, black is not able to make the eye here because that's a self-Atari. So black captured in the actual game, and white bumped here to kill black. And black tries to get out, but since on the right side, the white shape is too thick, there's no way for black to get out. So eventually, this group is dead inside. So when you're playing your game, make sure you take 3 to 5 seconds to make sure before you put down the next move. Do not play the impulsive move in your games. Alright, so now let's look at the next best move. The first best move by 5 to 7 Kyu player is one move to regain advantage. And let's look at the example now. So now on the board, black and white are fighting the center. So this group over here, white group here, is very strong. And black has some territory on the bottom. So what happened was black played a knight's move to try to get out. And white also played a knight's move to try to get ahead of black. So by playing one space jump, it's okay, but in that situation, black is ahead of white. So white doesn't feel very comfortable to jump behind black since there's nothing on the bottom to make. There's no territory and white cannot do anything on the bottom. So white decided to play the knight's move. And probably you will have a question now. There's a cutting point here, right? Okay, don't you worry about the cutting point if you're white? So the answer is no. The reason why white is able to play the knight's move is because the cutting point here is not that serious. It's not important. So now white has a peep here, and after peep, and white can make a tiger's mouth here in sente. And then white is able to jump out. So even though black could cut this stone off, but the main target should be the bigger group on the bottom. So white can just sacrifice the stone on the top and
and make this group alive, the big group alive. And this is not black wants to do it either. So the next move black played is very surprising move, I would say, because if I were black, if I see that move when I'm playing against someone who played that move, I would be very shocked in the game. So what black did is black played an attachment move here. And now when you look at this kind of move on the board, you probably will think, this is a kind of misclick, isn't it? But the answer is, this is a great move to regain the advantage. So if white pull this stone or push this stone out, and now when black come back to cut here, so killing 2 stones is better than killing 1 stone. So the purpose of this move is black wants to make white group heavier and then cut them off later. So we already know push out doesn't work, so white has to think something else. If white descend down, and now when black cover on the top, it's not, white is no longer ahead of black anymore, because now black is turning the direction of white. So this is not white happy with that. So in the actual game, what white did is white played an attachment move here and tried to get further from the directed fight here. And at the same time, white is looking for some helps on the bottom. And black hunt it, and white descend. Now descend for white, and then white cut it here, and black extend, and white extend. And after white extend here, black has to make a tiger's mouth here to fix the cut. Otherwise, white can just peep and cut, and then everything is alive. This is the base for both black and white. Black made the tiger's mouth, and now since black already turning or change the direction of white, so white is no longer be able to save that stone anymore, because the whole group will be in danger, will be in big trouble. So in the actual game, white has to play here and sacrifice this stone on the top. So after this sequence, after the whole variation, black regained advantage in this fight. Black was behind of white when white played this move, and after this attachment move, black regained the power and advantage. So black is getting thicker than white. Alright, so now let's look at the last best move. The final best move is a sudden win by a beautiful Tatsuji. And let's look at the example now. So before I'm going to show you that beautiful Tatsuji, I want to do the whole board analysis first. So white they were fighting for the ko in that upper left corner. So black eventually won the ko, but white also gets some benefit from fighting the ko here. And what white gets is to kill these 4 black stones. And after white killed these 4 black stones, and black thinks it's time to start the end game. So black played an attachment move here, which is the biggest end game move on the board. And now, after we counting the whole board, black is leading in the territory. So if there's nothing serious or life and death happen on the board, black is going to win this game for sure. So now, white started looking for chances. And the biggest chance would be somewhere with the weakness of your opponent. So this group is almost enclosed and is very strong after the ko fight. And the corner here is alive. And the shape over here looks pretty strong. There's not a lot of weakness here. There's some endgame moves here, that's it. But it doesn't make black to lose anything. So black will just lose a few points. So it won't change the result of this game. So the last chance for white to win this game is to do something in that corner. There's still some oddies in that corner. Even though this is a square 8, is already a live shape. So what white did is white pushed here. And black, of course, since black already played a nice move here to reduce the points, the white territory. So after white pushed here, and black didn't take any second just to play down that move, block. That's the first intuition. That's very obvious move for black. But black didn't see the danger is coming, and then until white showed this move on the board. Okay, so after this Tatsuji, the whole corner is dead now. All right, now I'm gonna show you some of the variations. So there are a couple of options for black to respond. So let's just try the simplest. It's connect, and then white will clamp and look for the connecting move on the bottom. So black needs to either clamp here or hane. So let's try hane. So white will take the eye here, right? Okay. And if black connects, white now will make a square 4. So that's one of the dead shape. That move doesn't work for black. If black play the clamp here, and white will descend. Black needs to block, and after white throws in, this is a false seki in the corner. That's also dead. So that means the connecting here doesn't work for black. And then black needs to try to take the 2-2 point. And now white will reduce the eye space and hane in the corner. If black goes here, white connects. That's also a false seki because there's a cutting point here. All right, so taking a 2-2 point doesn't work either. So let's try expand the eye space, which is here. So in the actual game, black tried to expand the eye space because if white Atari's here, black connects, and black has the 3 liberties on the first line and the 1 on the second line. So white also have the 3 liberties, but it's very hard for white to reduce one of the liberties of black shape here. So if white goes here, then the black can Atari, so black is alive. But in the actual game, white showed another Tatsuji, which is the throw-in, and forced black to capture. And now, instead of Ataring here and start a call, white take the 2-2 point here again. And then if black goes here, and white will extend. No matter where black goes, either here or here, that's a full seki. If black goes here, white will take another vital point in the corner. That's also a full seki. So until white played this move on the board, the game is over and black resigned its game. Okay, so I hope you like all of these best moves in January. So if you like the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and leave some comments below. If you have any more questions, you can go to our website or follow us on Twitter and Facebook page. My name is Stephanie Yin. I will see you next time.